Yeah.
Like, as soon as that pen hit paper, you're like, it's all good for the next decade plus.
Yeah. Because think about it. When his deal is up, he's going to be what, 33, 34?
Yeah, he's still got one more regular size deal in him at that point.
Yeah.
Unless he just says, 8 rings is enough.
This is a great time for Chiefs fans, man. They should be happy.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Hey, I'm still excited for the Ravens too, man. I think they're going to take care of Lamar.
It's the lunch break hot take with Jose and Rodney.
And say, look at him dancing and yelling.
All right, Jake, we're about to record, okay? All right. What's going on, lunch breakers and takers? This is another episode of the Lunch Break Hot Take. I am Jose.
And this is Bradney.
And we just wanted to bring you guys a quick show discussing Pat Mahomes' brand spanking new deal, making him the richest pro athlete in history, right?
No, I think it's the second biggest contract in history. Second. I think the number one is still I want to say Mike Trout, but it's a baseball player.
Okay. Yeah, he's got a 10-year extension worth up to $500 million, correct?
Yeah. So the real value is closer to, it's 477 or something like that.
Yeah.
And then he's got incentives every year of I believe $2.5 million total. Like 1.25 for winning the AFC Championship, 1.25 for winning the Super Bowl. So he's not going to see most of that. I mean, I pray. I pray he's not going to see most of that.
Yeah.
But still, yeah.
He will see some of that though.
Yeah. A 10-year deal worth over, on average $47 million a year. I mean, just blows away the number 2 deal.
Yeah. Actually, those are pretty good incentives to have, right? To keep your quarterback like that motivated, because I can see him getting that bonus of the AFC Championship the majority of his contract.
I don't think he's going to win the conference the majority of it.
Wait, is it to making it to
win? It's winning the conference championship and then winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
So I mean, I think he'll get to the Super Bowl several more times over the life of that deal. But most of the time he's not gonna get there.
Well, yeah, but
that's all right. I mean, he's definitely not going to be poor.
No, he's not. He's not. So,
and really, just worth every single cent. And I think a really smart move from the Chiefs, because I mean, he has 2 years left on his deal right now. And the number that you're going to have to pay him is going to be even higher 2 years from now.
Yeah. And I'm sure if they could have given it to him after his second year, they probably would have extended him then. When you have somebody, you don't need to waste time with that. You go ahead and get that deal done now. And I can't remember who said it. Who was the guy we follow? Former agent. Was it Joel Corey?
Possibly, yeah.
That he said it once in a tweet. Basically, it's smart for the team to extend a player when they have an opportunity to. It's dumb for the player to ever extend. They should always hit free agency, right? Hit the market and let people bid on you. But if a team has an opportunity to extend a player, if a player comes to you and says, "Hey, I want an extension," man, you hit jackpot, right? Yeah. If you value that player, you hit the jackpot. You go ahead. It doesn't matter what you ask for. If he's good enough, that contract, no matter how big it is, it's going to be worth it in a couple of years.
Well, yeah, and I guess now we see why there hasn't been much movement on a Chris Jones contract. They were taking care of other more important things.
Sure. But now they need to get that deal done.
Yeah, they absolutely have to get that done. It's stupid to let that linger and cause any negative feelings between you and Jones. That's a guy that you want to have there for his whole career also.
Absolutely. And I think they will get that deal done.
I think so. Pat Mahomes, I mean, I haven't seen anybody say he's not worth that contract. It's a great signing for him. Obviously, it's a great signing for the Chiefs. He's, one of the most talented quarterbacks to ever play. He's already, one of the most productive quarterbacks through his first couple of years to ever play. So, yeah, I mean, good job on that. The real question is, what does this mean for other guys?
Yes. Yes. So let's start with the obvious. Last year's MVP, Lamar Jackson. That's a really good question. And we had a conversation offline about it. And we both think he's going to get similar money, may not be as much. Although I do think it'll be as much, maybe not as many years. 10-year contracts aren't popular. They're pretty rare, right? I think there've been maybe like five or six contracts over the course of the NFL history that have been that long. Brett Favre, Michael Vick, Donovan McNabb. There's been a couple other ones, right? Mm-hmm. So do the Ravens want to commit to Lamar that long? Now, I mean, we'll see, right? I mean, Lamar, his career has started off very similar to Pat Mahomes' career, right? Pat Mahomes in his second year of the league, really his first year starting, league MVP, right?
Yeah.
Third year, won a Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson last year, second year in the league MVP.
Right. Also, really, his first year starting. He started half a season before that.
Yeah, and took him to the playoffs. So third year, if he gets them to a Super Bowl, or he has another MVP type of year, it's going to be really hard to say he doesn't deserve that kind of money. So it'll be interesting to see. So whether he gets that much or just a little bit, less, it'll be in that ballpark for sure.
Yeah, I think that most teams are going to look at Pat Mahomes as the absolute cap, no matter who your player is. Sure. I think, that's the starting point. Well, I mean, not even the starting, but that'll be the starting point for a guy like Lamar. But you're negotiating down, not up. I think with most players, guys who aren't Lamar Jackson or Russ or Deshaun Watson, you're still going to be, looking at that number 2 or 3 guy and starting there. Dak, I mean, I know he probably called up Jerry Jones, like, I bet you wish you signed me a month ago.
Yeah.
Because no, he's not going to get $47 million. But man, I'm not taking whatever you offer. Yeah, I'm not taking whatever you offered me last week either.
Right.
Not anymore.
No. And he was smart to hold out. They tried to get him. Well, part of this is Dallas's fault because they kept on stressing, he needs to take a discount. He needs to take a discount. Instead of just saying, yeah, man, we're going to take care of you. Like, we're going to make you the best offer we possibly can.
Yeah.
Like, when you say you need to take a discount, you're saying we're not going to give you as much as we can give you. Right. So, yeah, you thought $35 million, and yeah, that's a good amount of money. He knows you can do better. So he's going to ask for more. And he's going to get more. You're going to give it to him. What are you going to do? You're already franchising him this year. The tag is what, $32 million?
Mm-hmm. I think so, yeah.
Yeah, he's not going to play bad. I mean, he had a good year last year. The team
had an excellent year.
Yeah, the team didn't do well, but he had a good year, and he's going to have another good year this year. You added CeeDee Lamb to that already stacked offense.
And you got rid of Jason Garrett.
Yeah, the real problem. So they're probably going to be in the playoffs. If they make a run in the playoffs, that means that you got to pay him that much more. But either way, he's not going to do worse than last year, and you're not going to let him hit free agency. He'll definitely make the money then. What are you going to do? Tag him again? You're not going to tag him again.
You're going to go to the red rifle.
Right. Yeah, that's what you're going to do. So, yeah, you should have signed him when you had a chance. Or I mean, you're going to sign him, but you should have signed him then when you had a chance to save some money. Now it's going to cost you.
Yeah. I think the player that this helps the most is going to be Deshaun Watson, because you are carrying that entire franchise. They're actively trying to hurt your chances of winning, but the incompetent head coach is also the incompetent GM. Yeah. So, I mean, you can play hardball with Bill O'Brien and you're going to win every single time.
Yeah. If I'm Deshaun Watson, I'm using this as an opportunity to get out of Houston. Now, it probably won't work because they probably will give it to him, but I would say, look, I want more than Pat Mahomes, right? Like, yeah, it sounds ridiculous, but man, all you do is hurt my chances here. Like, you take away all my weapons. Why'd you trade DeAndre Hopkins, man? Why'd you trade him?
Because
right, you still don't have I mean, they've invested somewhat in the offensive line, but they're still not playing well.
They invested so much in the offensive line in that one position.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I was gonna say no. They drafted other people, but those are tackles.
No, I'm talking about Laramie Tunsil's number being so much higher than the number 2 tackle in the league. Like,
Yeah.
You've already set a precedent of we'll pay more than anybody else.
Yeah, but they also drafted
You're
a tackle.
You're gonna tell your quarterback no?
Yeah, well, that's an interesting thing too. Like, how much money are they going to have?
I mean, look, you have as much money as you want to have, really, right?
Yeah,
I mean, you can let players go. If you're looking at saying, "Hey, we need to re-sign Deshaun Watson," and he's demanding $49 million a year, you can make it happen if you want to make it happen.
if I'm Deshaun Watson, I'm absolutely asking for that. No, I don't think I'm better than Pat Mahomes, but Pat Mahomes ain't got to do what I got to do.
Yeah, and also, I think I'm better than Pat Mahomes.
Yeah.
All right, so give me my money.
Yeah. So
he's like, yeah, I would have 2 rings right now if I were throwing to Tyreek and Kelsey and had Kareem Hunt and Damian Williams behind me. And I mean, and Andy Reid coaching me. Yeah, I'd be doing everything Pat Mahomes is doing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And the Chiefs, man, they keep stacking up, man. Like, they're not even talking about it, but they drafted Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Yeah.
Man, he's gonna be a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be an absolute weapon. They just keep stacking up on offense. So
all I can think about is like, I just ordered Civilization 6, for the PlayStation.
Yeah.
And one of the expansions adds ages, like Dark Ages and Golden Ages and everything. And I'm like, Kansas City is at the start of a hero age, a heroic age, and every one of their fans should be thrilled.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as that pen hit paper, you're like, it's all good for the next decade plus.
Yeah, because think about it. When his deal is up, he's going to be, what, 33, 34?
Yeah, he's still got one more regular size deal in him at that point.
Yeah.
Unless he just says, 8 rings is enough.
This is a great time for Chiefs fans, man. They should be happy,
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
Hey, I'm still excited for the Ravens too, man. I think they're going to take care of Lamar.
I think they will. But for me, this really just drives home the point that you should have taken a wide receiver. And if you weren't going to draft a wide receiver in the first round, you should have gone after a veteran wide receiver. DeAndre Hopkins should be playing for Baltimore.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think, again, it's a complicated discussion to have with Ravens fans because I think they got a few good players in this draft. I think for sure 2 of them are going to be excellent players. But I don't like the draft. Mm-hmm. Like, they should have gone wide receiver, man. I'm sorry. Like, no, man. Look, the team as a whole is going to be fine. They're going to be fine. But when you have a player like Lamar, you get him weapons and let him, do what he does on the offensive side. Because it's not even, I can't even say let him carry the team. If you're getting him a bunch of weapons, the offense will carry the team. Because Kansas City, yes, Pat Mahomes is the man, but you got Tyreek Hill, you got Sammy Watkins. Now you drafted Clyde Edwards-Helaire. All right, you got Travis Kelce. I mean, that's how you want to build your team.
And again, man, I can't stress it enough. Like, when you have your franchise quarterback, when you have that player, you don't say, hey, now we're going to build up the defense and let him elevate the offense. You got to look at the skill position players as multipliers for your quarterback.
Absolutely.
So, like, you got Tyreek out there, you got Travis Kelce, you got Sammy Watkins, you brought back DeMarcus Robinson. That's just taking your already elite quarterback and making him that much more effective.
Yeah, because what does Kansas City do on defense? How good is their defense? I don't know, and nobody really cares, right?
Yeah, they well, that's the other thing too. They've gone and been able to improve their defense also.
No, they have.
They brought in Tyrann Mathieu.
Yeah,
it's just you know what you don't do. You don't drop 21 points in half a quarter on one of the best defenses in the league because you drafted a middle linebacker. No, you don't.
No. So that's an error on the Ravens' part, which is why I'm still holding out hope that we do sign AB and bring him in, because I think we need that still. I mean, the offense, look, during the regular season, the offense is going to look great. I think when we get to the playoffs, that's where you're going to see those struggles, because even though Hollywood Brown, I think, is going to be really good this year, I can't say that about anybody else. I mean, Mark Andrews and Hollywood Brown, sure. I think they'll be fine. But everybody else is a question mark.
I think Hollywood is a bona fide star.
Yeah,
I think
so too.
Mark Andrews is the benefactor of circumstances. Not that he's not good.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Yeah, I mean, I think that if you had other wide receivers there, he'd get you 500 yards.
Yeah, yeah, but he's good at what he does, and he's productive. But I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
But yeah, I mean, I do think that obviously Baltimore has a stacked roster, and I do think they're going to take care of Lamar when the time comes. I don't think it'll be over what Pat Mahomes is getting. I think it'll be under, but he'll get paid what he's worth. Before we wrap up, I did want to say, we talked about Baltimore and what this means for him. Let's talk about what that contract with Pat Mahomes means for Carolina. Nothing, because you're not trying to win. You've got Teddy Bridgewater on the $20 million deal. You stripped that defense down you stripped it all the way down to nothing, and you're trying to build it back up. I mean, good luck, I guess. This means nothing for you.
Yeah. Now, it could mean something for Cam, though. If you look at it, he didn't get paid anything this year, but if he can put together a good year, which I think he will, he's in a perfect situation with the right coach. He's healthy. He's motivated. I think he can have a really big year, and that can put him in line for a huge contract.
If nothing else, it means the franchise tag will pay him a little more next year.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm really starting to get like the butterflies in my stomach. They officially announced the signing today, and I don't mean like butterflies. Oh, this is going to be great watching Cam. Like I'm looking forward to seeing Cam on a good team.
Yeah.
With a good coach. But what I mean is, this is really going to happen. He's going to absolutely destroy the Panthers. and they don't even, I'll say, they don't even have to play him for that to happen. I mean, just every single week, it's going to be, y'all let go of that guy?
Yeah.
For nothing?
Yeah.
They're paying Bridgewater more than they owed Cam.
And I can already see it. People are going to have that built-in excuse. Oh, well, that's because he's playing with Belichick. Belichick is bringing the best out of him. Well, what does that say about your coach that you couldn't get that out of him?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was a former league MVP, 2015 league MVP. That was 5 years ago. And if Belichick makes him like that again, why couldn't your coach do that?
Because they didn't want to. They had no interest in protecting or supporting him.
And you're telling me he went from an MVP caliber player to, a couple years, he was kind of up and down, got hurt, and now you think it's just a wrap. He's washed. He's a lost cause. But Belichick can make him a good player again. So he's the only coach in the league that can make him a good player.
Well, people do believe that. Yeah. People, they think everybody who's been around the Patriots organization is a demigod. Like they really think that it's different up there.
Okay, cool.
It's not different.
Okay, that's cool.
They take risks that other teams don't take.
That's fine. Okay, if you think that, then you think Tom Brady's going to be a bum this year, then, right?
Well, no. See, he's also a demigod. Like it doesn't.
Oh, okay.
It'll wear off eventually, but not this year.
Yeah. Okay. Like when he's 50.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's going to be the excuse. If he doesn't look great this year, it'll be because he's old.
Yeah.
But
whatever. But yeah, we're happy for Cam. We're excited for Cam, man. But also, I hate that you had to go to the Patriots for that to happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna hate ordering that jersey. I'm gonna hate watching their games, but that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I still think, I wrote it in the article about Cam's, going to New England. I still think they need to call up Carolina and get Curtis Samuel out of there because, Carolina hasn't extended him. I don't think they're even talking about an extension at this point. It's his contract year. Get him out of there and fill your need on the outside.
You know what's going to happen this year? Mark my words on this. Okay, I got this. This is on tape. This is recorded. You know what's going to happen? Mohamed Sanu and N'Keal Harry are going to look like monsters.
I know. Well, not only that, Sony Michel is going to tear the AFC East a new one.
Look, it's going to happen, guys. I'm telling you, if Cam stays healthy, if Cam is healthy, there are no setbacks. Those guys, he's going to look like he has a all-star roster, because that's what people were saying when they went to the Super Bowl. Oh, he's stacked with all this talent. Look at all these Pro Bowlers.
Yeah.
You know,
Ted Ginn.
Ted Ginn was his main target. Who was the running back? Yeah, Philly Brown, Jonathan Stewart.
Mm-hmm. Backup Mike Tolbert.
Mike Tolbert, also in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
He put a lot of players in the Pro Bowl who aren't starting anywhere else.
Yeah, who had no business being there.
Yeah. So trust me, it's going to happen in New England. Yeah. So we just wanted to cover that. And, you know, I'm happy for these quarterbacks. And you're going to have let's see. You got Lamar. You got Mahomes, Lamar, Dak, Deshaun, possibly Cam, and Russell Wilson when his deal comes up again. So your top 5, top 6 highest paid quarterbacks in NFL history are all going to be black.
Well, yeah, I mean, Russell Wilson's up there right now. I mean, I think right now he has the number 2 deal.
Okay.
I believe he's like 35 a year, I think. I have to look it up. But yeah, no, the top of the NFL quarterback ladder is all black.
I love it. I
mean, Aaron Rodgers does seem to be on a little bit of a decline.
A little bit.
Talent-wise, you know, obviously he's still in that top 5, but
yeah, sure.
He'll be gone pretty soon. Drew Brees he'll be gone very, very soon.
Yeah.
And that's what the future of the league looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's I love it, man. I love it. And you know who's not on this list? The person that was picked before Mahomes and Watson.
Mitchell is working very hard. I don't know why you're trying to bring him up. You know, I'm trying to put him down. Mitchell is doing his best.
Yeah. This
and Mitchell's not worried about Pat Mahomes. He's not worried about Deshaun Watson. He's worried about beating out Nick Foles.
This outcome surprises no one, especially Bears fans. They knew Mr. Trubisky was. They weren't happy that they drafted Mr. Trubisky. It's one of those things where he's on our team, so we got to root for him. I get that.
Yeah.
But they were not happy that they got him.
Nor should they have been.
No. And this is why.
Mm-hmm.
That one's got to hurt. That one, as a fan, as an organization, you had your pick of the litter, and that's who you decided was going to be your guy.
Yeah, one guy who looks like he's going to be the greatest quarterback of all time. Another guy who looks like he's going to spend his entire career in the top 3, or top 3 to 5, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And you got Mitchell Trubisky.
No, you have Nick Foles.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. I think young Mitchell's got something for him, right?
Man, you can't miss like that.
No.
You cannot miss like that when you're picking that high and you have prospects out there. Okay, you can say, well, who knew Pat Mahomes was going to be that good? Well, one, there were a few teams that kind of saw this coming. Kansas City.
Kansas City traded up to get him.
And 2, Deshaun Watson was the man. That was the one that you should have absolutely been looking to get.
Yeah.
He had everything that you needed to see on tape. He obviously had the resume. You shouldn't have been looking at anybody else other than him.
Right. So, and he said they didn't even talk to him. So you already know what's going on with that. So you get everything you deserve right now. But all right, quick episode. Real quick. I just wanted to talk about Raheem Mostert. He requested a trade earlier today. He was looking to make some more money. And initially, when I first saw it, I was like, you're not going to get a whole lot of money. Yeah.
This isn't the right time.
Normally, a player like Mostert, who I think is mostly a product of Shanahan's offense, I would be like, man, you just need to, you better just be quiet and do your job. But you saw what he's looking for. It's very not much at all.
Yeah.
And San Francisco need to go ahead and pay him.
Yeah, I agree. That's one of those things like, okay, he could be a product of the system, but he still performed well in the system.
Yeah.
And he's not asking for much. But what he's asking for, he just wants to be paid in line with the other running backs on the team. That's very reasonable.
Yeah. Tevin Coleman's the highest paid running back on the team. He's getting $4.5 million. Go ahead and pay Raheem.
Yeah. That's easy to do, man. That's easy to do. Like that should have been an easy, hey, can you pay my guy this amount? Yeah, no problem. We'll take care of him. And that should have just been a little blurb on SportsCenter that nobody's even talking about.
Because personally, I think Matt Breida is the best running back on that team.
He's not on the team
anymore. You know what? Well, yeah, that too. But I was going to say that he never stays healthy, so you're not going to count on him.
Yeah,
Tevin Coleman. You're not going to be looking. You're not going to be looking at Tevin. So yes, I think Raheem Mostert's a product of the system, but he's the best product of the system that you have.
I agree.
So what's the problem?
Right, and that along with the fact that you pay Jimmy Garoppolo a lot of money, and he's not living up to the contract.
Yeah.
Right. You don't want to create that kind of animosity in your locker room. You're coming off a Super Bowl loss, a disappointing one, because you should have won that game. Right.
Yeah.
And the defense kind of broke down at the end, but you're playing, the most powerful offense, we've seen in a while. And Jimmy G had a chance to seal that game, and he didn't do it. He overthrew his guy. Right.
And then you let Emmanuel Sanders go like it was his fault.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing over there. The defense, I don't think it's going to be as good this year. Not saying they're going to be bad, but I don't think they're going to be as good. They're going to take a step.
It's hard. It's hard to maintain a high level of play on defense year to year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's just hard to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they have a ton of talent on defense.
Yeah.
But,
they're going to be good. Don't get me wrong. They are going to be a good defense. Are they going to be the number one defense? Nah, probably not.
Right.
Like you said, to sustain that level of play on defense year in and year out is extremely hard to do.
So one injury can drop you down a few spots.
Yeah. So they'll take a step back, which is why you need to have that balance on offense. Have they balanced out their offense? I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Brandon Ayuk. I think he went to the best possible situation for him. But I'm not a huge fan of him.
Even if he's good, he's not going to be Emmanuel Sanders next year.
No.
So you took a step back.
He's never going to be Emmanuel Sanders. He doesn't run routes like that. I mean, that's not a knock on him. I mean, he plays a different style.
Yeah.
He's Deebo Samuel. Get him the ball and watch him run.
Yeah. So not saying he's not going to work out, but rookie wide receivers, they realistically, they're only going to contribute so much in that first year or two, right? They need a little time to develop.
Yeah, I think what is it? Since 2007, I think it's like 3 rookie wide receivers have had 1,000-yard season, something like that.
Yeah, there you go.
Crazy stat like that. One of them was Kelvin Benjamin. So just thought I'd put that out there.
Yeah,
and you cut the quarterback that made that happen. So congratulations. Congratulations, Matt Rule and David Tepper. That's your legacy now.
Kelvin Benjamin, who wasn't even in the league last year.
No. By choice. Let's be fair. By choice. He said, I'm not trying to work.
Yeah. Now, we don't know all the details. We know that he was supposed to have a workout with the Giants, and then he didn't show up to the workout, or it got canceled or something. I don't know.
Yeah. And we also know that Cam sent him a very friendly Southern response video while he was on a treadmill. But Cam's words were extremely friendly.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's the worst kept secret. Kelvin Benjamin just didn't like to work out. He didn't like to stay in shape. He didn't like to take care of his body. He was lazy. Sorry, man. Like
that.
He could have been a beast.
That draft. I mean, there was talk about him in college. Like that was the big thing with him, was a lack of work ethic.
Yeah.
That draft, they took Kelvin Benjamin in the first and Coney Ely in the second. That could have been, with no movement at all, no trades or anything, that could have been DeMarcus Lawrence and Allen Robinson. They fired that GM though, and they brought back the guy he replaced.
So listen, guys. yes, we're sitting here now looking back at the draft and saying, oh, you could have done this, could have done that. And you can look at it and say, look, man, hindsight is 2020. It's hard to determine, who's going to turn to these players. But this is your job. You're competing at the highest level of football, and it's your job to get it right. You're not going to always get it right. More times than not, you don't get it right. But if you're going to be a top organization, you got to hit more times than some of these teams are hitting. Right.
They also took Vernon Butler instead of Chris Jones. Seems like foresight should have caught that one.
Yeah.
But that's just me, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Like you have to. You can't miss on stuff like that, man. Like those are the moves that you have to get right. Like you can't mess it up. Now, granted, initially it looked like they got it right with Kelvin Benjamin because came in that first year, got 1,000 yards, and we thought, yeah, okay, you got your guy, But look, man, he just didn't have the work ethic, and it sucks because he could have been that guy if he did. And yeah, that one I could forgive a little bit more, but what'd you do with the rest of the draft? What'd you do the following?
Yeah, right.
But okay, I think that's it.
I'm sufficiently sad now, so we can end it.
All right, guys, thanks for listening. See you next time.
Lunch breakers and takers. If you like what you hear, you can go to anchor.fm/LBHT/support and support the show for as little as 99 cents a month.
You can also support by leaving us a 5-star review on Apple or wherever you get your podcasts. Also, don't forget to check out our website at www.lbhtshow.com.
And make sure you follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at LBHT Show. And thanks for spending your lunch break with us. We'll see you next time.